I'm Tom, and it's been a very long time, and I'm trying to get a little bit Christmassy. You've got Santa Claus, snowman, you've got some gingerbread man down there, that sort of thing. Let's talk about Fabio Wardley beating Joseph Parker. That has to be a huge upset. There's no denying that I thought, along with most people, Joseph Parker would be able to get the job done over Fabio Wardley. Because when you look at Fabio Wardley's performances, let's look at Justice Honey, right? It's not that impressive. He's got incredible knockout power. We can't deny that. Incredible punch power. But lots of people at heavyweight have that. He's just consistently behind on the scorecards. He's consistently getting beaten in the fight on points when it gets to the later stages. And that's a concern. And I thought someone of Joseph Parker's caliber would be the undoing of him. I thought that would be as far as we see him go. I didn't really see a way he'd be able to land that punch on Parker, because Parker's boxing ability really is a bit of a level above. And there's so much to take from this fight. I personally, my first thought was that Joseph Parker, after Fabio Wardley got elevated to full champion, must feel awful. If he just hung out and waited, think about where he'd currently be the champion. The flip side to that, Justice Honey should have had that fight. I still think the Justice Honey stoppage was premature. I don't think Justice Honey should have been stopped against Fabio Wardley. I think he should have been allowed to carry on. I think you've got to give him, when he's clearly ahead on the scorecards, in a fight of that magnitude, the benefit of the doubt. And the judge didn't. The referee didn't do that. It's a real shame. That said, looking at this fight, we've got to talk about it as well. A controversial stoppage, isn't it? That shouldn't have been stopped. I'm sorry, it shouldn't have been. And I think most people agree. When you're looking at what we now know to have been a world title fight, but even in the moment, a very high stakes fight between two top caliber operators, you give them the benefit of the doubt. You don't stop it at the first chance you get. Like, when you're that close to the action, you need to be able to see that the punches that are being thrown by Fabio Wardley, 1 in 3 are landing, 2 of 3 are missing. I think if more were landing, Joseph Parker would have known he needs to throw something, but he was blowing and he was dodging a lot of the punches and probably thought defensively that's enough for it to not get stopped. Then the fight goes and gets stopped. And it's a real shame that Fabio Wardley again wins a fight under such controversial circumstances, especially one of this magnitude. I think this fight really highlighted to me just how favourite, and I'm not, not to use this not to dog on him, but Fury gets looked at so favourably in the eyes of the boxing community, judges, officials, you name it. The way that he was able to get knocked out by Wilder, probably on several occasions, and allowed to carry on. The Usyk fight, why was that allowed to carry on? When it's Fury or another fighter like that, they give him the benefit of the doubt. But Joseph Parker, it's wave it off at the first chance. I just think, I look back at something like the Wilder Fury trilogy or even the Fury Usyk fight and just think crazy. That said, outside of the stoppage, it was a fight that kind of went both ways. That Joseph Parker was ahead. I don't think anyone would deny that. But Fabio Wardley had moments. He had time where he kind of was showing what he can do. I think it's a shame that Joseph Parker doesn't make more noise. Look, the fight, you could argue, I'm not going to say it's robbery, but you could argue it was an unfair stoppage. You need to get in there right off the bat and moan. Say that you don't think it should have been stopped. Say that you don't think it's fair that it was stopped. Say that you think you were ahead. Everyone thought you were ahead. It wasn't even that close. It was a bit of both way action, and Wardley had his moments, but Parker was ahead. Shout from the rooftops. Get yourself a rematch. The fight itself was a really good fight. I'd be happy to see a rematch. And if you start shouting and making noise about it and asking for the rematch, you might get the rematch. Stop being such a nice guy. Moan about it. Cry about it. Get upset about it. Get your rematch. Finally, let's give Fabio Wardley his props. He could have won in the second round. He had Joseph Parker really hurt. He could have won in the second round. He can absolutely wallop, like really, really whack. And he's getting to be a big name. He's a champion. No one's going to accept him as the actual champion. Everyone knows that Usyk's the best in the division. But nevertheless, he's a champion. Went in there against a guy that he was a massive underdog to. A fight that nobody really picked him in. Got the job done. He can absolutely whack. But one thing I don't think enough people are talking about is his chin. Because he got hit with everything that Parker had. And he kept coming forward. So fair play to Fabio Wardley. People know your thoughts on all of this in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and our stuff works, people. Peace.